So let's talk boxing and scoring today. After a recent fight, I heard a commentator say, "Those scorecards are wide, but I thought the fight was a lot closer." That doesn't make any sense. Let me tell you why. Here's the thing, boxing scoring doesn't always give the implication of how wide or close a fight was. So basketball scoring does. If Spurs win 120-50, we know that by the end of the game they dominated their opponent. If they win 120-119, we know by the end of the game it was close. We actually don't know if that was the case for the whole game or if it just ended up being that way by the end of the game. Football scoring, same way. If the Packers win 21-3, by the end of the game we know they dominated their opponent. If they win 21-20, we know by the end of the game it was close. Again, we don't know if it was the case for the whole game or not, so there's little that you can deduce from scores without having actually seen whatever the game or match was. Boxing, though, is a little bit different. Here's how boxing works. There's 3 judges, and they score each round of the fight, usually for one fighter or the other. That's it. If someone shows you a judge's scorecard for round 1 of a fight and it's 10-9, all you know is that judge picked one fighter as the winner of that round. That's all you can deduce. You don't know if that round was close. You don't know if one fighter dominated the other. You just know that judge picked a fighter to win the round, and that's it. And if you add up 12 rounds of a fight, you can't figure out if the fight was close or not. All you know is that after 12 rounds, the judges decided one fighter was the winner. That's it. So if a scorecard says 114-113, we can pretty much assume that it was a close fight. But if a scorecard says 120-108, we actually can't determine if the fight was close or not. We want to say, whoa, that guy really dominated his opponent, but we can't, and here's why. Every single round might have been close, and the judge might have just picked the same fighter to edge out his opponent in every round. The only way to know if the fight was close or not is to watch it for yourself, or you could ask somebody, I suppose. But you would have to ask a question is the point. You can't just figure it out from the scorecard if it was a wide scorecard. So in this example, with the scorecard being 120-108, it's a wide card, and then we want to say it was a wide fight, but that's not the case. The cards would be wide even though the fight was close, and this is a perfectly legitimate and reasonable thing to happen. We do not want judges scoring a close fight like this. Well, I'm going to pick fighter B to win this round because I picked fighter A to win the previous round. That would be horrible judging and would lead to some bad things over the course of a fight with scoring. We don't want that. We want the judge to pick in each round who he thinks the winner is, even if that means he picks the same fighter in every round in a close fight. So here's what I want. I want boxing fans to take note of this when they're pushing their robbery narratives. Sometimes you have a legitimate point. But if you're saying that judges are crooked because there's wide cards for a close fight, you're wrong. Second, I want commentators to understand this aspect of boxing scoring. I'm tired of hearing commentators say things like, "Those are wide cards, I thought the fight was a lot closer." That doesn't make any sense. And you're an expert in this field, so I shouldn't even have to tell you this.